Back in May 1st, 2005, I was just your normal college student, and I was full-time student, working and just doing the normal stuff, and I had the flu symptoms that I had, and I thought it was just the regular flu. I totally decided that I was just going to take a nap, and so actually my mom found me in my room, and when she found me in my room, I was unconscious. My arms and legs started to progress into more of a like red marks, more like black sores that were just appearing, and so they started to panic. She called my dad, and they both tried to take me to the hospital, but when they were taking me to the car, I couldn't walk. Like, it was just so painful. I'm like, where am I? Like, where's my mom and dad? Like, I panicked, and I was also like, what's going on? Like, I just had the flu. Like, and then all of a sudden I'm in the hospital 12 days later. I had IV. My hands were black. They were like charcoal black. You can literally, literally someone took a marker and just wrote on my arms, and my feet and up to, I would say, 6 inches below my knee were black, and they were swollen, and I couldn't feel anything around my hands. They were just dead tissue. My doctor said, do you want to make the decision, or do you want your dad to make the decision whether or not you want to amputate? And then I said, what are my options? And then he said, if you want to amputate right now, we can save what you have left, but if you don't, it's going to start to spread, and we're going to have to amputate more. So you have to make a choice quickly. And so I said, let my dad make the decision. And so he said, let's amputate now so we can save as much as we can. And so they did. They saved all my arms, and they weren't able to save my fingers, but they were step by step. They started with my toes, and then they realized it didn't work, so they amputated more, and then they did 6 inches below the knee. So, and that's where it stopped. In the beginning, like, don't get me wrong, in the beginning it was very frustrating, and knowing the fact that once before you had fingers and you were just capable of doing the simplest things, you can't do that anymore. I take it day by day, making sure that, okay, you know, sometimes you can't pick up that quarter, but you know, you can always figure out how to pick it up. It's still, to this day, it's been 4 years. It'll be 4 years this May, and it's still, to this day, hard for them to even talk about it. And I can completely understand that, but I'm from a different perspective. I actually survived it. I don't know how their part in looking at it was, but till this day, they still can't talk about it, because it's just too hard to think that, you know, you outlive your children, you know, so they don't even want to discuss it sometimes.
Do you think that they feel like they could have done something different?
Yeah, they talk about that, or why weren't we notified about this disease before? If we did, we would have had all our kids vaccinated.